What's up, everybody? I wanted to give you one last update on this test plot before I go away on a little vacation. Right now, it has been 13 days since we put seed down, and these test plots are coming in pretty good. So here's what they're looking like. Now, obviously, I keep saying the color is going to come later. We have an issue over here for sure, and it's rabbits are eating this stuff up like crazy. Now you can really tell with like how long some of this stuff is. Let's see if I can get it down here. You can really tell with like how long it is here, and then all of a sudden you'll get in these spots where it's like barely tall at all. So these rabbits are basically eating these baby grass plants down to nothing. Now it's not harming it, I'm noticing, but it's just making the grass super short, and it's making it look uneven. Also, we have like ants coming in here like crazy. These are big ant mounds. Now the color isn't where exactly we want it to be yet. I'm going to add some fertilizer in here and water it in. This is Kentucky bluegrass, which looks like it's all germinated for the most part. Kentucky bluegrass obviously germinates very slow. Plus this stuff went in 2 days or 3 days after the perennial ryegrass and tall fescue, so it was behind as it is. But this stuff will eventually spread and fill in all of this bare area. The hardest part about Kentucky bluegrass is getting it to germinate. We have germination literally everywhere. This is great coverage for Kentucky bluegrass. So this is gonna come in great. And some of you were asking about glying the grass and seeding the same day. Obviously it works. Look at everything is dead in there, and our new grass is coming right through. Now, if you're just joining us, I'll give you all the NightShift blends we have here. This is the Fireball Hat Trick. This is Thunderhead, Dark 30, our Turf Type Tall Fescue blend, and Dark Legend. Now, right now they look pretty similar. Dark 30 is a little darker than the Fireball Hat Trick and Dark Legend. It's just hard to tell because, like I said, these rabbits are eating in here and the color disappears. But in this spot right here where it's longer, you can definitely see that it's darker. What's interesting to me is the Thunderhead and the Turf Type Tall Fescue blend have a deeper green than I was expecting for being this young. They're both looking good. Now, I do have some bad news with this Thunderhead. Unfortunately, we had a miscommunication with the breeder, and because of circumstances out of our control, we are not able to sell Thunderhead anymore, which is really a bummer. So I know a lot of you guys were excited about that new Tall Fescue blend. We're working on getting some new stuff for next spring. Unfortunately, that is just not gonna be available, and it really sucks because I know this stuff looks good. I've seen it before in person. Just from back here, you can see how dark it is. I mean, that might be the darkest plot, that Thunderhead, and of course, it's now not available to us, which really sucks. But we're gonna put some fertilizer on here, and it should really green up by the time we get back from this vacation. So I'm gonna give it a heavy dose right now and then water it in. Now what I'm gonna put down on here is urea. I just have some in this bucket here. I'm not going to measure this out. I'm gonna do it by hand and just kind of eye it up. I would recommend you guys don't do this if you're not familiar with putting urea down. If you over apply this stuff, it will burn your lawn. I have a general idea just from using it so much of how much needs to go down, and I can judge it by eye. Basically, you want to put down 1 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, which equals out to about 2 pounds of urea per 1,000 square feet. And I'll show you kind of what the coverage looks like after I'm done with this. This is a great time to put your fertilizer on about 2 weeks after seed down, and it kind of is about 1 inch tall, 1.5 inches. The baby grass will really love that food. Now, once I get back, I plan to hit this with some starter fert. I could have done that now, but I really didn't want to spray this exact second because I have some sprayable starter fert in my garage. This is just easier right now, and it's gonna give it some instant food. This is fast release. Should be good to go. It's probably gonna be easiest to show you what the coverage looks like in this plot. So all those white balls, that's about a good coverage for urea. Kind of show you in the Thunderhead, you can kind of see it. Hopefully it's showing up good on camera. But yeah, any heavier than this, you might be asking for problems with potentially burning. So now we are going to water this in. You can't just put the fertilizer down without watering it in because it won't do anything. It's just gonna sit there. And also you have the potential of burning your grass because if it does get moist or a little bit wet, that fertilizer is just gonna sit there in that concentrated area and you have a chance of burning the top growth there. So when you water this in, you want to dissolve all these little prills down to nothing so you can't see them anymore. So it might take a heavy dose of water to actually do that, but you definitely want to dissolve them. Now I know a couple of you thought I might have burned my lawn because I didn't take my boots off after glying everything. Sorry to disappoint you, but I didn't walk in the gly and I made sure it was dry if I did walk in it, so the lawn didn't burn. I know some of you like to see people fail, but I know what I'm kind of doing. I didn't burn anything. Sorry to disappoint you. Now, if you see a few prills in there that aren't 100% dissolved, it's not gonna hurt anything majorly. It might be impossible to actually get them all. So don't feel like you're gonna completely burn your lawn if you miss a couple or there's a little bit left, but you definitely wanna get most of this stuff dissolved if you can. Now the color looks kind of light green right now compared to the main lawn. And obviously that's because these are baby plants compared to mature turf. I have a feeling after this fertilizer soaks in and the baby grass takes it up, this stuff's gonna get dark fast. Yeah, man, these rabbits are having a heyday eating this grass. It doesn't look like they're eating it down to like the ground and eating the crowns off. They're definitely eating it low, but I don't think it's damaging it. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Man, I can really not get over how dark that thunderhead is right there for how young it is. And I don't mean to tease you guys because I'm kind of teasing myself at the same time, but holy, I almost should just kill that so we don't have to sit and look at what we can't have. That is crazy. Now here is the back lawn and what it's looking like, you guys. This thing is just like changed color, I feel like, in the last week. I haven't done anything. I don't know if the weather's better. We've had some thunderstorms, so maybe it's getting some nitrogen from that lightning. But that color is banging right now. This is a fresh cut after the robot mower. I would take this in the front, no problem. What do you think of it, buddy? So yeah, haven't mowed back here one time all year. This has been all the robot mower. You keep those blades sharp and it does work. Looking great. All right, next I get to embarrass myself a little bit and we are going to edge the property, which has not been edged in a long time. And it's, for me being a lawn content guy, this should never get this way, but I have to do it. Might as well put it on camera, let you guys see how bad it is. But look at this, man. This should not get like this. But we're gonna edge the fence. We'll edge around the property, around the trees and stuff like that. And then we will clean up all the debris because we're not gonna be able to let this just sit on the ground. Like, look at this thing. What the hell? Totally embarrassing. But I'm a human just like you guys. Life gets busy with other things. Obviously, this is kind of my job and I should be keeping up with it, but the back end of things, you guys have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. I spend 3/4 of my day, if not the full day, on a computer trying to figure out stuff I don't want to bore you with, but basically the business side of things. But let's get this taken care of so I can stop being embarrassed to even show you over here and move on. You know, it's a sad day when my content has turned into overgrown content like those YouTubers you see
cutting down all the overgrown abandoned houses and stuff. Not ideal, man. This is crazy. I've never had it this bad. Never in a million years, but we're taking care of it. We'll make it look better. Jeez Louise. Hey, this edge is looking a lot better other than the weeds. Couple stragglers. Yeah, lots of scalping. All right, I'm definitely gonna take a page out of last year's playbook. I was absolutely embarrassed to show you my backyard last year. We turned that thing around in a month. I think what the plan is for me is to go all out on this lawn, the whole entire thing, once I get back from this trip. We are gonna hit everything hard, and we are going to have the lawn of the neighborhood again. I mean, we're gonna make this thing unbelievable. So just seeing this stuff here and along the fence line, it's enough to motivate me to go, get your shit back in gear. Let's get it together. Let's actually do this like it's supposed to be done. So I'm definitely gonna show you guys what I'm capable of doing with this lawn, and this fall is gonna be out of this freaking world, trust me. I mean, honestly, this is so unacceptable. It's unbelievable. But sometimes I feel like you need something like this to motivate you again. This is definitely, just looking at this is gonna motivate me to even go over and beyond what I would normally do. So we're gonna turn it around like we turned around the backyard last year. This is all wild onion. I put Gly on this stuff and it did nothing to it. I'm gonna have to look up how to kill this stuff. It is strong and it's smelly and I can't stand it. It grows so fast. I scared Kilo with the rotary scissors. Now he won't come by me. Hopefully he'll get used to it. All right, we gotta do one more cleanup pass here. I don't wanna traumatize my dog though. Definitely not perfection, but we're gonna get there once I get back, I promise. Well, I got Kilo back outside. Come here, buddy. But I know as soon as I turn this mower on, he's gonna hate me. He's gonna run away to the back. I wish Jenna was home with me during the day so she could kind of hold him while I'm mowing and let him know everything's okay. But right now he hates everything about lawn care. Don't you, bud? What do you see out there? You admiring the grass? Uh-huh. If you guys have any tips on how to make puppies not scared of loud noises for the lawn, go ahead and leave them in the comments, because I'm not sure what to do with this dude. I can't leave him alone in the house. When I put him in the kennel, he just cries the whole time. I know as soon as I start that mower up, he's gonna freak out and run away. So I noticed the sun was going in and out with the clouds. That will give you a pretty good idea of what this lawn looks like with sun and with overcast. There's a big difference. I mean, obviously when the sun comes out, this thing is popping like crazy. When the clouds come over, you can see more imperfections and it looks a little lighter, to be honest. So the sun, turn this around, the sun really gives you those pops. Like the stupid Massport line. I honestly, while I was mowing, I was thinking, and I came to a conclusion. This year has been so hot and humid. So now I know what you guys down south feel like. Mowing is not that fun, but the self-propel on that Massport is absolute junk. So I'm like basically pushing the mower by myself with a tiny bit of help. When I had a greens mower out here, I didn't have to do anything. I pushed that throttle forward and we were going. That thing's gonna take you for a ride. So I haven't been enjoying mowing as much this year. One, for the heat. Two, because the Massport sucks. So it makes me fall behind. And then the longer this grass gets and you try mowing at your regular height, it even makes it worse because the front of that deck goes like almost digs into the grass, and it just makes it a terrible, experience for mowing. So part of the reason I think it's self-induced from mowing is just not as fun with that Massport anymore as it used to be with the reel mower. So maybe I go back to reel mowing for the end of the year here, enjoy the mow a little bit more. Obviously it's gonna cool down, but yeah.
And really, the point where I really realized that I haven't been mowing enough is the last few times I've been mowing, it's been multiple times that I'm emptying the bag on that mower. That should not be happening. 2 or 3 times emptying that thing means there's way too many clippings. That means I'm taking off way too much of the grass blades. It shouldn't be happening. On this mow, I didn't empty it once, and I'm like, okay, I'm mowing enough again. So that's another thing. If you're constantly emptying the bag because there's too many clippings and you're cutting off too much, that means you're not mowing as often. It's not as good for your grass and it's gonna suffer because of it. Now, some of you might look at this grass and be like, oh yeah, it's really suffering, but this is garbage, man. Right now, yeah, I'm looking at the little screen. It looks good on the screen. You guys just don't understand how much better this can be because I've seen it and I know what it needs and I'm not doing it. So sorry for yapping, kind of just complaining to myself and realizing I need to be better.
I also forgot to tell you guys, 2 days ago, there was a film crew here filming me for a TV show on creators. So they needed me to do some mowing over on this side, the Dark Legend side. I'm gonna show you, I stopped in the middle of it because it was so damn hot. You can see what height does for your color. Look how much darker that is. Over here, let's see if we can get a better view. That is so much more dark to the eye than this shorter cut grass over here. I literally stopped right here because sweat was beating off me and I still needed to talk on camera after that. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish the mow here.
Here's Dark Legend fully mowed, screaming for nitrogen, man, screaming for fertilizer. Help me. But it's still doing good. If you compare it to the back, like I always kind of see where I'm at with this lawn because it's neglected. He's a super nice guy over here. He has a knee problem and lawn care just isn't his thing, and I don't have time to help him take care of it. It's a really big yard over there. It goes way back behind his house. But it's kind of what I compare it to where I should be color-wise. And Sanders across the street, man, they've been killing it all year. There's this dark over there. So that's what Dark Legend's looking like for people that want to know. And very neglected without fertilizer. You still get that dark look, which is awesome. So you guys, I've been thinking about the Dark 30 and what to do with it. Honestly, this year, I think I may overseed it in the backyard because this side where the Dark Legend is just so thick. But I think next spring, I'm gonna kill all this, the whole thing, and we're gonna start over with a mono stand Dark 30. I've been kind of scared to do a full mono stand with just perennial ryegrass in Minnesota just because of the experience I had last year with the total kill with no snow cover. That rarely happens. So it does get very, very cold here, so I could have some die off, but I plan on overseeding probably every spring anyway. I think we're gonna kill everything off next year on this side, and we're gonna have a mono stand of Dark 30. I haven't told my wife yet, she's gonna kill me. She does not like when I kill off entire sections of the lawn. But the nice thing about perennial ryegrass, we'll have a new lawn in less than 2 weeks probably. So that is the plan. We are going to go full mono stand. Say goodbye to this side, the dark legend and Kentucky bluegrass baby. But yeah, that's the plan. We finally edged the front of this for the guys that came over on the TV show deal that I did with the interview. So it looks so much better. We're getting there. It's gonna happen. I have a few surprises for later this fall as well. And I'm just gonna leave it with, what do you guys wanna see more of on this channel? I'm starting to feel like just the mowing is getting redundant up here. Fertilizing, kind of redundant. What do you guys wanna see more of me doing? And then secondly, like I said earlier, we're gonna kick ass this next month, 2 months. And we're gonna turn around this whole damn thing and turn it into a showcase lawn. So that's where I'm gonna leave it with you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm gonna try to get better at answering all the comments too. After a day or two, it's just like you get burnt out on it when you have a million emails coming in too. So leave your questions below. I'll try to get to more of those starting today on the vlog that just dropped. But yeah, we're gonna get it together and things are gonna be better. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. I'll see you next time.